Hi, I'm Jon Lieber, and this is what we're watching in U.S. politics this week. One question that's going to be debated for a long time in the coming years is what is President Biden's legacy? And I think there's a couple of things that he's going to be remembered for. The first is the extraordinarily chaotic global environment over which he presided. Republicans will tie this back to the shambolic withdrawal from Afghanistan that President Biden presided over. But following that, you had the Russian invasion in Ukraine and the events of October 7th in the Middle East that led to the ongoing war there that is just now starting to look like it's settling down. But this is clearly going to be one of the background themes of any assessments of President Biden's legacy. Biden's now one of four one-term presidents in the last 50 years. And one of the reasons that he lost was, of course, inflation. And inflation, you could argue was fueled by the pandemic, or you could argue it was fueled by early actions taken by the Biden administration to spend a lot of money, perhaps more money than was necessary. But either way, the inflationary story of 2021 and 2022 is going to be remembered as one of his key legacies and one of the reasons that he lost re-election. Now, that loss to Donald Trump, allowing probably one of the more controversial presidents in certainly recent American history, to come back into office and mount an unprecedented political comeback, is also going to be part of Biden's legacy. Because of the fact that he decided that he was able to run even at his advanced age, that blocked out the Democrats from having an opportunity to hold a primary, and then forced the election to switch over to Democrats to change horses midstream and move over to Kamala Harris in the middle of the election cycle, who, of course, lost to Trump. That is also going to be part of his legacy. And, it's unclear. Biden says publicly he could have won election if he just stayed in. He's 82 years old. He'd be the oldest president ever if he did. And there's obvious decline in his faculties over the course of the year. But more importantly, the American people really started to lose confidence in Biden as time went on this year. So not at all clear that he would have won that election or that any other Democrat could have won that election if there were a primary process. But his sticking around and the White House staff and other Democratic operatives that covered for the age-related decline that he was experiencing is also going to be a part of President Biden's election. Probably one of the more consequential things I think he's going to end up having done over the longer term is increasing the U.S. confrontation with China, particularly over technology policy. The world is at a critical juncture when it comes to the advancement of advanced semiconductors and artificial intelligence. And the wall that the Biden administration has been trying to erect around Chinese access to U.S. advanced technologies is going to have ripple effects and repercussions for years to come. The Trump administration is likely to continue a lot of that. And this could potentially be an inflection point in 10 years' time as we look back and look at the two different tech ecosystems that are being built out. A lot of that legacy is going to trace back to the Biden administration. So that's a pretty complex, mixed legacy. The U.S. doesn't have a lot of one-term presidents in recent history. Most one-term presidents aren't remembered that fondly. Presidents like George H.W. Bush look a lot better in the long distance of history, whereas President Jimmy Carter, who recently passed away, still has a bit of a mixed legacy, and that's probably where Biden's going to end up. Thanks for watching. This has been what we're watching in U.S. politics this week.